Hello and welcome everybody, I am Ollie Rodriguez-Stolman and today we have some packages to open relating to a certain Juice Wrld. If you're new to the channel, you'll realise this setup isn't usually what I do. I'm trying something new here. If you like the setup and the framing of the video like this, let me know. If it is, this will be the green beanbag era, so let's get into it. I myself have actually been in quite a Juice Wrld phase at the moment, just like listening to a lot of his music on the daily. I haven't had that for a little while. I think literally ever since his death I really haven't had that. Or I just felt like I couldn't really go and listen to it fully, just like still processing his death in a way. But I've recently just like rediscovered his music and refound my love for Juice Wrld, and just like watching those Tim Westwood freestyles, absolutely insane. Love Juice Wrld and I've missed listening to his music, and during that whole thing of just listening to his music, I came across Interscope and found out that they actually had some Juice Wrld records going. Now I'm just trying to remember, I believe Vinyl Dude actually might have been the first guy to let me know about these singles that I do have in my hand. There are 4 in this one, but originally I started out with this one that I'll get into last. So if we stop messing around and actually go through and open this, we will find 4 different vinyl records. Now based off my memory, which as we all know isn't the best, I believe there are actually about 5, maybe 6 of the singles that they released over on the Interscope website. I've got 4 of them here, and the one that I know I'm missing is a version of these 2. Sorry if the sudden increase in brightness has just blinded you. However, I've just very quickly just gone through and opened them so you can actually see what the covers look like. And now I feel like there's too much light, but we will get there in the end, don't worry. I'll figure something out. So there are 4 records as I've very clearly stated, but each one of them are Legends being the first one. And Legends on this one actually comes on side A, side B comes with Rich and Blind. Lucid Dreams, which was originally just going to be the only one I was going to pick up in this drop, but I obviously went ahead and picked up more. So on this one you get Lucid Dreams on side A, and you get it again on side B, but on side B it's just the instrumental. And then the last 2 are actually of the same song, being Smile, and there is actually a 3rd version of these ones. However, I do actually have a Weeknd collection, and the way these 2 are almost marketed is like this version is like the Weeknd's version of Smile, whereas this one is like the Juice Wrld version of Smile. So I just sort of decided I'm just going to pick up these 2 and leave it at that, because a 3rd just feels a bit too ridiculous. Plus I preferred the covers of these 2 too. So as I've got them in my hand, there is something very exciting about all these singles as well that really made me want to get them. They weren't just like the typical just 7-inch record with a black disc. These all come with colored discs too, and they look amazing on the website. So starting out with the Juice Wrld version of Smile, we have just the credit side of it here, which just says Smile, and then you have the 999 on the middle of it there, which is really nice. And if we open it up, we have ourselves a luscious blue disc. So there is that one, and I believe on both sides it is literally just Smile. There's no other difference to this. It should be that you get the exact same song if you would turn it around, so we'll find out with that. Cover on this one's pretty nice too. This is like more of a graphic sort of version of both Juice Wrld and the Weeknd's face like kind of coming together. Moving on to the second version of it, which is the Weeknd version, obviously saying XO on there. We find ourselves with a translucent yellow disc, which is super cool to see. And on the other side there, it also replicates the cover again, but this is quite a nice one. I would say this is instantly a favourite of mine, but it's nice to see on a 7-inch. So moving on to Legends, which might be a little bit harder to make out with the background. Oh, it's like the camera just listened to me then. But there's the cover, obviously a text messages between Juice and X, and then on the back it's literally like it's another text there as well, just like telling you what's on side A and B. So that's quite a clever way to do that actually. And this one feels a lot more suiting to the vibe of the song Legends, because it's got more of a translucent, which just for some reason just makes it feel a lot more tasteful. I feel like that's the word. And then on there it literally just says Juice Wrld. But I do love these type of transparent discs, because there are a few that just almost feel like just misty, foggy, whereas these ones just feel like crystal clear, and I absolutely love to see when they do them like this. And then finally, the only one I was meant to pick up being Lucid Dreams, and this one obviously kind of plays on the cover of the Goodbye Good Riddance album, and then on the back you almost get a bit more of a sketch version of the front cover of this one. And then this one has the perfect baby blue colouring to just absolutely fit the Lucid Dreams cover. So yeah, there's that one. Now Lucid Dreams, that was the only one I was going to pick up, but then when I saw these other three, I just thought, you know what, I need to get them. They're really nice pickups. I really love the different colors as well. They all go together really nicely. Not only does it pick up on my Juice Wrld collection and adding to that, it also technically adds a little bit to the Weeknd one too, to make that one a little bit more unique. So there are the 4 singles that I got in this little haul. But you're probably more interested in the main event. And as purchasing vinyl records tends to go, you go in with the idea of, oh, I'll just get one and I'll leave it at that. That was originally what I intended with this, but then I got those 4 records. But this one actually kind of added to a whole like year worth of vinyl records, which I will explain that later. However, if we open this one up, it's gone. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. So I don't remember when it was, but it's been over 5 years since the Goodbye Good Riddance album, and that is what I have here. But this isn't just like a regular version of that, as you can tell. And the giant fuck off sticker on the front might be a bit of a giveaway as to what I meant by a year worth of records. However, that is the front cover of Goodbye Good Riddance, the 5th anniversary edition. If I were to do some of the moving about, actually this is where the light comes in handy, because as you can see, the red here actually sort of reflects and is a really nice addition. It's also on the 5th anniversary section there, and you can also find the same on the back here too. This is not a gatefold, surprisingly, but this is still a really nice like collector's edition to have. Now if we were to look at the discs, we can open them up and okay, it's not as creative as I was expecting, but it's got the Goodbye Good Riddance yellow, which is actually kind of missing from this because they've kind of more made it more of a focus on the yellow on the car, I guess, but this one's more from the original cover. Why am I getting confused where to open this? But then we're given that yellow. The yellow clearly exists in the discs on this one. So this is actually side C I'm showing you. There is side D. I wouldn't say, I feel like a little underwhelmed by that yellow, but at the same time, it's the perfect yellow that fits the album actually, and one of my things is about when you do colored discs on vinyl records, make them suit the album cover, and whilst it doesn't actually technically match or go with this one, it does match the original one. So I'll give it that, and it's still a really neat disc. And just for those who are wondering, it goes for the same on the second one. For comparison's sake, I thought we may as well bring out the original so we can actually do a little comparison. But basically, there's the yellow I was on about, which does actually match this itself, so they actually do go quite nicely together. And then here is the difference between the two. So obviously gold car, red reflective text, and then a bit more blue, less yellow on this one, and then obviously there's the original. But I feel like this is a nice enough difference to make on this one. And obviously this one comes with just one disc that has just a side A and side B obviously, whereas because this one is the 5th anniversary, it comes with an extra disc that has side C and D, obviously with some bonus tracks. And I think after this video I'm gonna go and give this one a listen. I'm really happy with this little haul I've got, and I basically just got back into Juice Wrld's music and was like, yeah, I remember why I love this guy. So my collection of his, I kind of have like the base albums, and I was just sort of like looking for ways that I could like expand it, get something more unique to add to the collection, and this one was like the perfect one to get as a 5th anniversary. I haven't got like anything like that for Juice, so for this one be a perfect pickup. And originally where this is going is I was just looking on eBay for this and it was a little bit much, and I was just like, I may as well leave it. But then obviously it said about Interscope, which in case you don't know is the publishers for a lot of music. Like they do Eminem, they do Dr. Dre, they do Juice Wrld, The Weeknd, and a bunch of other artists who I'm sure you will all have heard of at some point. And it turns out this one, as you can tell by the sticker, was an Interscope exclusive. And from that I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting to know about. And that led me to discover their monthly subscription thing. And I went onto their website, and at first I was like, oh, they've got it on here, I'm gonna buy it. Went to buy it, and then it was like, you can't add this to your basket, you need to be a member. So then I kind of looked into being a member, and before I knew it, I had signed up to their thing. And you guys might remember a little while back, I was talking about how I joined Rough Trade and joined their monthly subscription program, and I literally cancelled it after one because I was like, I'm just going to get a bunch of records that I'm not into the music genre. However, Interscope, there's a lot more artists on there who I'm really interested to learn more about, or like artists in like obviously hip hop's mainly what they deal in, and they actually do an international membership too. And this was like an old release one that you could access if you were a member and you had missed out on it. However, I signed up to it just so I can get this one, and I kind of just thought I may as well get a membership as well, because then at least I know I'm going to get at least one record a month. And the first one I got was actually a 1 of 3,000, I think it was, of a Pharrell Williams album that hadn't been released, and that's a really cool one. And what I'll let you guys know is I'm going to at least try this year of getting Interscope like monthly records, and I'll compile a video of it and let you know what I think in around November, October time. So that's just to let you guys know about. And that all started from me trying to track down a unique Juice Wrld record, which I'm super glad to have in the collection. And R.I.P. Juice, like, genuinely, there's a lot I could say about Juice Wrld. I feel like he would probably be in that discussion of like, if not the big three right now, he'd definitely be in the new big three, or whoever that is, because the talent and potential that guy had is unbelievable. And it's, yeah, I'm not trying to end this video on a sad note, but it's devastating that we lost him. And that's sort of why I wanted to get like a bit more of a Juice Wrld collection going. So it's really nice to have these singles to go in the collection now. It builds on top of my single collection too. And I now also have an anniversary edition of a Juice Wrld album too, and it can go sit nicely aside with the original right there. So yeah, really nice pickup. If you are able to get your hands on it, yes, it's not gatefold, but if you love yourself some Juice Wrld, then it's definitely one worth getting, in my opinion. So I'm gonna pack this one away now, back into the Interscope protective sleeve. I'll be real, I've just packaged that for the video, so you can see it with the Interscope sticker there. But I'm probably actually just gonna take it out and start listening to it, because I'm really in the mood for some Juice Wrld now. Although I do still have the Relapse record on, which I didn't finish earlier. But anyway guys, let me know, did you get yourself any of these? Which one of these are your favorite? What do you think of the 5th anniversary version of Goodbye and Good Riddance? And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more hip hop related vinyl record content. And for anyone who follows the channel a bit more, can you let me know what you think of this setup and this framing of the video? Do you like it? I like it in the sense of actually having a background in there. I think the lighting might just be the only thing I really do need to figure out. Otherwise, I'm kind of liking this vibe. So let me know your thoughts, because that would genuinely help me. Go to the Discord, which you can join down below in the description. Go and let me know on there as well. But yeah, no, I'll be interested to know what you thought of like the framing for this video, because I feel like it's a bit more intimate, a bit more actual, like it's not just a blank wall behind me. And do we keep the green beanbag chair era going? Or is this just a one-off, a one-shot, a limited edition release? Anyway guys, I've been R.I.P. I'll see you later. Have a good evening. Take care. Or whatever time of day it is.